if you're like me, an electric car owner with a limited range, and you're worried about having the range to go somewhere each day, then you have to be really sure that you get the thing plugged in and get it charged before you go. Well, I live in a house with 3 people, my wife and my son, and all of us drive that car, and I'm not the only one. I forget to plug it in, my wife forgets to plug it in, my son forgets to plug it in. Regardless, whoever forgets to plug it in, it's going to be a problem for the next person if you're not careful. So what I've done is I got this little device. It's an electronic recorder, and it records. You got a button for recording a message on there, and then there's a button for every time you push that button, it'll play that message. Well, I got that, 9-volt battery to run it, a normally closed push button switch, and a little case to put it in. Now, what I ended up doing is I had to take the button off that causes the thing to activate. And that's, let me just show you. That's that button right there. That one. Now behind this one is a little strip of copper. There's parallel strips of copper on the back, part of the laminate. And those, when they're shorted, it'll cause this thing to play. So what I had to do was remove where these interlace with each other so I could solder on a wire on each one, and then those wires go to this normally closed push button. The normally closed push button I mounted in the end of the box, and that way when the door closes I put it next to the door hinge, and where the door closes, it's disconnected and it's not drawing any power whatsoever. When anybody opens the door, it plays that message. So where did I put it? I'll show you. So let's say I've just gotten out of the car. As you can see over there, there's the charger. It's all rolled up and it is not connected here. So that may be a problem. So I go, this is in the garage. I'm going into the house, and up here is where I've mounted that box. And when I open the door,
are you fully charged?
And you can see the little button there. See that button? Well, let me get it. There we are.
Are you fully charged?
See, because that disconnects right there when the door closes. And then you open the door.
Are you fully charged?
Okay. And that reminds me, oh yes, I've got to go back down there and plug that car in or won't be able to go anywhere. Good to know. And there you have it. That's a handy little device. There are other devices on the market that are sound operated or motion operated that you don't have to do all the wiring that I had to do, that kind of thing. But the one that I used, when that button is pushed in, it uses no electricity whatsoever, so it's going to last for a long, long time without having to change the battery out. And these other ones would use current, so you'd have to be constantly changing the battery to keep them alive. So pretty good little handy deal for those of us with electric cars that need to charge it.